So we are moving into the second article of today's editorial, that is sobering assessment. So what does sobering assessment mean? Sobering itself indicates serious. Okay, it's an adjective and the meaning of it is creating a more serious and solemn mood. For example, surviving a car accident is a sobering experience. Okay, the RBI's annual report makes clear there is more pain in store for the economy. RBI's annual report is making it clear that there is more pain in store for the economy. 3 weeks after its monetary policy, after the 3 weeks of monetary policy, the committee decided to hold fire on interest rate and amid accelerating retail inflation, the Reserve Bank of India has forecast more pain for the economy. What is meant by accelerating? What is meant by accelerating? Speed up, hurry up. Or, for example, I accelerated to overtake the bus. And its assessment of the economic landscape and its prognosis. So, prognosis is a diagnosis. What you do, if you're not feeling well, you go to a diagnostic test by the advice of doctor. So, like after you're getting symptoms, you go to the diagnostic test. But prognosis is nothing but pre-test. Okay, prognosis for near-term prospects posit a stark picture. Stark is nothing but taking something very seriously or severe appearance, or severe or sharp in appearance. For example, the stark reality is that we cannot hire a lot of employees. Okay, and the next one is stark picture of demand hollowed out by the severe shock to private consumption, public finances strained by the imperative of funding mitigation measures, anemic appetite for investment among corporates, and credit flow impending risk aversion among bankers, to name a but few. Strained as I tiredness, exhausted, tensed, fatigued. For example, she was looking strained and had dark circles beneath her eyes. Okay. And the next one is the COVID-19 induced economic contraction that manifested itself in the fiscal first quarter is now almost certain to extend through the July-September period, the RBI said in its annual report, observing that reimposition or stricter imposition of lockdowns in different parts of the country in July and August had mainly contributed to damping the tentative revival in momentum seen in the preceding 2 months. It said several recent high-frequency indicators pointed to an unprecedented retrenchment in activity. Nothing that the services sector had been a prime mover of the Indian economy. The central bank flagged the fact that whatever consumption had survived the shock was now manifesting as essential spending, with services including transport and hospitality almost completely eviscerated. Okay, the central government, which has gamely attempted pandemic proofing demand by increasing its net revenue expenditure by a third in the first quarter, is however likely to find itself strapped for resources in the coming months. As a result, it would have little leeway to continue to the undergird momentum. States too are expected to find the finances so tightly squeezed as to have cut capital spending in its prescription to overcome the funds crunch. However, the central bank appears to run into a contradiction. The RBI suggests that the government should help crowd in private investment through targeted public investment that could be funded by monetizing assets in steel, coal, power, land, and railways. But given that Private companies been either too highly in debt and therefore keen to use gains from the government's corporate tax rate cut to repay loans or low to raise capital spending when saddled with excess capacity. It is hard to see the government raising much out of its privatization efforts. Ultimately, as Expenditure Secretary TV Somanathan has acknowledged, the centre may opt to marshal its meagre resources more prudently and wait for the curve of infections to start flattening before committing to any further stimulus spending. A revival will ensue only once consumers regain confidence to go out and spend, and that, as of now, seems a fair distance away. Okay, so what are the words we should learn in this article are, we already discussed one word, that is strained, and the next word is imperative. Imperative is nothing but vital, crucial, commanding, authoritative. For example, it is imperative to act now before the problem gets serious. So you should take precaution. So like before it comes, you should be crucial or you should be vital on it. Aversion, a strong dislike or disinclination. For example, she has a deep aversion to getting up in the morning. So yes, of course everyone will have. So like what you dislike more, what you hate the most. For example, she has a deep aversion to get up in the morning. We already discussed it. Manifested, show something clearly, demonstrate, display. So manifest, which are going to be displayed. I'm going to manifest you in that occasion. I'm going to display you in that occasion. So anything. The workers choose to manifest their dissatisfaction in a series of strikes. Retrenchment, reduction of cost or spending. The downturn in business has resulted in many retrenchments. Okay, and the next one is unprecedented, unparalleled, unmatched, never known before. For example, such an event was unprecedented in the 21st century. Eviscerate, already we discussed, right? Anytime you get the word eviscerate, it's something to cut it, to do disembowel or gut. For example, the fish were eviscerated before being processed. Leeway, freedom or scope to move. So sometimes if your teachers give you leeway, you go in the wrong way. So they don't give you that much leeway. They don't give you that much freedom or scope to move on. For example, the law gives companies more leeway to decide whether to accept or reject an offer. Saddled. Saddled is nothing but on a horse you find a leather one, right, where you sit. That is nothing but saddled. Burden someone with an onerous task. Lamber. For example, he saddled his horse and mounted it. Loath, reluctant, unwilling, disinclined. I am loath to spend it all at once. Okay, right? I think our second article is also completed. What is the tone of the article going to be? So anywhere it's not informative or anything will be. So the tone of the article is totally introspective. Okay. And I hope that every one of you have understood what I explained, and I thank every one of you for watching my video. Thank you very much.